It's Friday. We're out here at Aftershock, and I can't wait. Oh, man, this is going to be a good set tonight, and I have a special treat for you guys. I have the legendary co-founding member and bassist of Rise Against from Chicago, Joe Principe. How's it going, man?
Good. How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. We're really stoked about checking out your set. We're really stoked about all the stuff that's been happening out here at Aftershock so far. But I wanted to remind everybody, riseagainst.com for all the stuff that we're going to talk about. I'd love to talk about the old days and kind of the beginning of Rise Against. Way back in '93, I heard a story that goes that kind of you and Tim met at a Sick of It All show.
We did.
And how did that happen?
Well, so we knew each other. Like, I knew about his old band just from going to local shows, and he knew about my old band for sure. I'm like 4 years older than him, so
Okay.
I was a little bit the generation behind him.
Right.
We happened to be there. It was AFI, Hot Water Music, Sick of It All. And perfect, awesome. And that band Indecision played too.
Dude, I just saw Hot Water Music on their 30th anniversary tour with
good.
Quicksand.
Oh, they're so good.
And you guys are right in that same category, man. Like,
Yeah.
you guys are 30th anniversary, all that stuff.
Totally,
I mean,
we're getting there.
yeah, right?
But yeah, so I drove to hang out with AFI dudes and Sick of It All, and he drove to see.
No kidding.
Like, it's like a 4-hour drive, and then I was like,
Wow.
I was kind of getting Rise Against started, and I was like, oh wait, he sings and he's not in a band right now. So I go, you want to try out for this band I'm starting? And he did. That was it.
And the rest is history,
Yeah,
right?
totally.
That's awesome, man. Well, okay, so what got you into, for you personally, what got you into playing bass? Like, when you started everything, how did that start for you?
I was just in the right place at the right time. I didn't have any plans on playing an instrument.
Really?
At all. Like, so I grew up skateboarding and listening to punk and going to punk shows.
Sure.
And there was an acoustic guitar in my house. My sister was supposed to take lessons. She didn't. It sat in my house. And one day I was like, I'm going to learn how to do like a power chord. And then I learned that. And then I would noodle on that for a little bit. Then I put it away for a couple months. And then I'm skating a half pipe in my friend's yard. And my friend was friends with this guy, and he brought his little brother to watch us skate.
Okay.
He's like, hey, my little brother likes the same bands you like. And it was my friend, this guy Dom, and Dom's like, hey, I'm starting a band. Do you want to play bass in this band? That was it.
That was it.
I'm like, I don't have a bass. He's like, oh, you could borrow mine.
I got this old acoustic guitar.
Yeah, that's what I said. I go, well, I played acoustic guitar, but and that was it. It snowballed, and I learned really quickly. I learned like Cure songs in 7 seconds and Ramones, and
all
then
the classics.
Just kept going, yeah.
That's killer, man. So I want to talk to you something that I'm really passionate about too, and humanitarianism, animal rights, environmentalism. You guys have some awesome causes that you always champion through your music, and I know you personally are into that. I heard you recently went from vegetarian to vegan.
So actually, I went vegan in 2009.
Oh, okay.
It was we toured with the Deftones. It was day one of that tour.
Wow.
Because Serge from Deftones, he was in Deftones at the time. He was vegan, so I would like ask him for like pointers as we were on that tour. So yeah, I've been vegan ever since 2009, and my brain is wired in that way where I'm just vegan. Like, I don't think about it anymore. Like, that's just how I live my life.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't care what other people do. That's just how I want to live my life.
That's awesome, though.
Yeah,
I mean, and you guys bring attention to those causes like the animal rights stuff and all of that.
Yeah.
I think it's really cool. And do you think, like, there's people that say, oh, politics and those things shouldn't be into music, but I feel like you can't separate the person from the music they create. And if that's who they are, then that's who they are, right?
Well, exactly. And those topics, they are part of our everyday lives.
Exactly.
That's what people talk about,
Yep.
like, so. And not everything is so like doom and gloom, right? With Rise Against,
Sure.
Like we'll have our songs like Savior, or like the Angel, about relationships or whatever.
Sure.
But I think the goal is to not force feed anything to anyone. Present facts and let people make up their own minds.
Exactly. You bring awareness to these things like suicide and things like that. Where
100%.
it's like it needs to have a little light, and you guys are using that light well. So.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay, so what bands are you personally into these days? Like, is there anything out there like maybe the new generation or a band that's out there that's catching your eye? Or
Yeah, I just discovered a band called Rat Boy.
Oh yeah, Rat Boy.
So and I know they've probably been around for a little bit, but they're on Hellcat Records, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I really like their new record about to come out. I like that. I like the band that we're bringing on tour, Spiritual Cramp.
Nice.
Amazing.
I haven't heard them yet. It's like, come on.
We just started.
Oh, it's all good, man. Hey, you're a busy man. You're in demand out here.
So I like Spiritual Cramp, and I like there was like a hardcore band I just discovered, and I cannot.
Do you guys all kind of like when you're on the road together, is it always just on your headphones, or is there ever a time like where you're sharing that stuff with the guys in the group, like you got to check this shit out?
No, you know what? I think we get to a venue and we all just kind of splinter off.
Yeah.
So like my goal is to find coffee immediately, which is why when I saw you earlier walking, I was out looking for coffee.
Nice.
But yeah, like so I'll listen to my headphones and kind of go through like Spotify playlists or whatever. I'm always interested in finding new music, but you're wearing a Skinny Puppy shirt. Chicago, Wax Trax, like that was huge for me growing up, and I feel like there's this resurgence of this kind of thing.
It's funny. That was my next question. Vinyl was the #1 selling medium of 2023. Do you feel like we're coming around full circle to appreciating the quality, the beauty, simplicity, actually appreciating the artwork and everything involved with an album? I feel like since we've been so digital for the past 20 years or so, that it's like had a disconnect, and now people are starting to really connect with that physical medium again.
Yeah, I think that's such a huge part of the experience. You sit in your room, you're looking at, all the artwork, the lyrics. I loved looking at bands, the thank you lists on records to see who other bands were thanking. That's how I would end up buying, other records.
Same for me. I used to look on the liners of Lookout Records and find all the bands and all the names, like Jesse Michaels. Who's that?
Yeah.
Oh, he did the artwork. Oh, he's from Operation Ivy. And
100%.
I love that stuff, man. And I feel like the younger generations may be starting to tap into that a bit.
Absolutely. I'm trying to educate my kids on that.
Yeah.
And say like, this is what I did growing up.
Mail order and shit.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah,
oh,
right?
Man. I mean, that's how I discovered Fat Records.
Yep,
I
exactly.
ordered the longest line.
Yeah.
when Mike first started the label.
That's so cool, man. Okay, any plans for 2025? Can you let us know?
So we'll have new music out eventually in 2025.
Yeah, is it going to be a full length?
Yeah.
Because you just put out the EP, the latest EP for everybody at riseagainst.com, EP Nowhere Generation 2.
Yep.
And now you got is there a full length?
So it'll be a full length. No hard date yet on when it's released, but expect it at some point.
Awesome.
And then expect us to be on tour all of next year, basically.
That's unbelievable. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Joe from Rise Against. Make sure you guys check it out, riseagainst.com, for all the upcoming tour dates and to stay peeled on that new album release. Can't wait. Thanks so much, Joe.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Awesome.
I have a funny...